Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Thank you so much for tuning in. So we are officially in February, and as you guys know, it is love month, and I wanted to bring you guys some love content, relationship content, and I thought this would be the perfect time to bring an experienced couple that's been together for a very long time. I did ask you guys to send me some questions to ask them because I feel like it's important for us to have this type of conversation, especially because the divorce rate is extremely high and there's a lot of breakdown in relationships. Although we hear a lot about the breakdown, but let's also hear the ones that are sustaining their relationship, the ones that are together, how they made it. All the questions that you guys asked me, I'm gonna ask it today. So I am going to let them introduce themselves and then we're going to get right into the questions. I am excited because we are in this cute setting, and yeah, this conversation is going to be amazing.
Hi, I'm Yasmeen Taylor.
Hello.
And I'm Brian Taylor.
Thank you so much for joining me. So before I get into the questions, let's talk about how long have you guys been together, first and foremost.
We're together for 56 years now. We're married 33 years.
Amazing. I asked my subscribers to just send me some questions that they want to know from a couple that's been together for over 30 years. What was dating like before marriage?
Crazy. Yeah. No, it depends on, how you look at it now. Being a Christian or when you're in a circular mood, it was different, in those days. In the 80s and that, it was completely different. When you get older and more mature, you find that things change so much and you have to change with it, for the better. You can't live in this old lifestyle because it wasn't very good as we see it now, but it was good. It was good. We enjoyed how we met, and God really has his hand in everything,
Yeah.
Yeah, at work. And from there, she made her claim, and that was it. It's all here now.
Yeah.
30-something years,
Wow, okay. So when you first met, did you know, that was the one, that person?
Okay, I'll tell you. When I first met Brian, I was working in a retail outlet. But my mind was, I wanted a good father for my son, because I was married before and it wasn't working the way I wanted to.
Okay.
So when I was working this retail outlet, he walked in and I asked the question, not him, but I asked one of the bosses if he's married or engaged. He said no. So then I turned and I said, well, he's mine.
Oh, okay.
And through that journey, I believe I saw him, I fell in love with him. He's okay. And I used to have a little sweet paper that say I love you and I care for you, and I used to stick it on a little clipboard he had. So from that time forward, and after that, here we are.
Wow, okay, so did you know Brian?
Yeah, I knew.
Wow.
At first it was, who's putting these things on there, but eventually one of the guys knew, and he said, Brian, it's Yasmeen. Yeah, okay.
Oh, okay. Somebody says, how do you deal with arguments, if you've had any arguments?
Okay, I'll tell you this. I grew up in a house where my mom and dad argue all the time.
Okay.
And I see what happens in a house that have a parents arguing most of the time.
Yes.
So I used to say to myself, I don't want to have that in a marriage. And apparently my first marriage had argument and the worst happened.
Yeah.
And when in my second marriage I say, you know what, if any argument, I will stay quiet. Or if my husband says something to hurt me, I will just stay quiet at that moment. But after everything died down, then I will say, honey, you said so, or you did this, and that was hurt. Right then it wouldn't have an explosion.
Yeah.
But if there is an argument and we both start to argue back together, it will have an explosion. But if we could control ourselves, and afterwards you all go out and stuff, you say, oh, I need to tell you something, and eventually the man and the woman will always realize, well, you know, maybe it's best to talk about it after and not at the same time. That's how I handle mine. Part of it, but we really never really had any argument. But that's stuff that I wasn't pleased about.
Yeah.
But I never tell him anything. I just.
What would you advise as a good tip for conflict for couples that do argue?
For me, you know, if both people are hot-headed, they're gonna argue, end up in an explosion, and they will have even worse than that. But one person have to calm themselves. One person have to be the bigger person to say, you know what, let us not argue about this, and you know, let's calm down and talk about it. And for me, I think that's the best thing to do. Right? We need to handle our temper and our anger, right, in relationship, or else relationship will become like when you pass and every time you knock a wall, and you come and you knock the wall, eventually it will break down. And that will be it, you know. And then it might be too late. Anybody in a relationship with, if one is angry, you don't have to get angry because this one says something. One has to be the bigger and the stronger one. You know, say, okay, let's calm down and let's sit down and let's talk about it.
You have to give and take. There's no ifs or buts. If you want it your way alone, it won't work. You have to listen to each other, and you know, you have to know when to stop being, what should I say, possessive or demanding. That's no way to live as a married couple. If you're that, I don't think you want a wife or a husband. You want a maid or a servant or something, you know, that they could bully and do whatever you want.
Yeah, it's true.
Marriage is a give and take. If you can't give or you can't take it, you're in trouble. You know, you have to understand that it's a relationship that you have to nurture and care for each other and do the right things. You can't just have it your way, because my way is the right way. You know, yes, it might be the right way, but you can't show that kind of what should I say, power over the relationship. You know, it won't work. You have to give and take. Simple. You know, there's no other easier way to explain it. But if you expect it all your way, it's a no. It's a no. You know, but what do you think there?
That's right. Because marriage and relationship is not a one-way street. It's two-way. We need to keep our eyes ahead and keep your eyes ahead so you make no accident. Next thing too, some people say marriage is not a bed of roses. I say it's more than a bed of roses. But if there is thorn, please cut it out. Not by arguing. Like for me, I will cut it on my own self. You know? But relationship is it comes from a long time of relationship, knowing this person, knowing what they want. For me, what I do is to live together, right? And we don't really argue and stuff. But I will do everything to please him. And if he do everything to please me, then we're in a smooth road. We don't do things to please ourselves. And that is what happened now in this young generation. Everything is me and not the other person, and it don't work so.
Children is a game changer. That one changes your whole life. It used to be Yasmeen and Brian. When a child comes, it's the child. You know, you more concentrate on the child than yourself. You know, you come second. You know, and it's for both of us it's the same thing. You know, that's the way it is. And you know, some people want to get married, they want to have children, but they want their whole life. No, it won't work. It won't work. You know, it will work for a little while, and then pressure will come on one or the other. Either if it's the husband, whoever looks after the house or the home, or the wife, who does the same thing too, right? So then you have to come together and say, hang on, this is not about us anymore, not about our going on vacation and enjoying ourselves. Some people think so, that you can still do it. Yes, you can do it if you have all the resources and all the money and and the time to do it. Sometimes when you see the pressure is on work, money, and time. Time is a lot of things, a lot of importance. Time. You don't have time for your children. What's going to happen? They're going to go astray. They're going to be doing other things. They're going to be following other people. You have to make time for your children. Bring them up, see how your life is, and remember, children mimic what their parents do. So if your parents are fighting daily, guess what? They're gonna fight daily. And the slightest little thing, they're gonna shoot off and start to say things and do things that is not right. So you, as the parent, has to be the example. You cannot go away from that kind of way, because you'll be in trouble. Before you even start. And that's just when they're small. When they get bigger.
That's true.
But when we married, both of us were working. And then I had the 2 sons. So our thing was to come home first and start dinner. Right? So that's how we work it out, living together and having children and working at the same time. The one who reaches home first will make dinner. And most of the time what I would do. That's how it works. But I have to work. And I'm not coming down on the husband or whatever, but husband always have to help out the wife. It's like you want to have time for yourself. And if that time comes, and you want to have time for you don't help your wife, how could she attend to you? So it really goes both ways. And even having children, you can still go out on a date. If somebody in the cafe go out on a date, or if you want to go for a weekend and stuff. Yes, you can do it. It doesn't affect your normal and love life and stuff like that. It doesn't. No. To me, there is no specific role in a relationship. We both supposed to be doing helping one another. Yes, a man has to go out and work. That is the traditional thing was the woman stays home and do all the housework, take care of the children, and the man go out and work. And when he comes home, he does nothing. That's tradition. The years go on back. But when we're looking at this generation, you can't bring in that tradition in this generation. Because in those days it was different. But in this generation, remember the man and the woman wants to have a career and they want to work. So it can't be like that anymore. And now the responsibility come upon the both of them in doing, as I say, the one who come home first, prepare the dinner and stuff like that. So if they think that way, it will work out and they will argue and no one will be tired, and when the husband comes home, you can help wash the dishes, you do stuff like that. But you can't do it the traditional way. Not in this age. If you can choose a day that one come home and do the cooking and washing up, yes. But if both of you working from Monday to Friday, then you have to work it out when you come home what one will do and the other will do.
You have to share everything. It's just like I come home, say I work on a Saturday, and I come home at say midday, and Yasmeen is cooking, and she has a lot of wares and stuff to clean up and tidy up the place and stuff. And I just pick up myself and I go sit in front of the TV and do what? Watch the TV. And I'm missing her. So what do? Get up and help. Go and wash some pans and pots and dishes and clean up and help her. And as soon as she's finished, she's with you. And or even you have the children as well, So you spend time with the children. But if you sit down there and being selfish and you go ahead and you say, well, that's her work, I'm not going to do anything. What's happening? You're lazy. And it's what I do. You don't come home and you say, oh, my don't want to wash the wares, and I don't want to do that. Hey, what do you want? Do you want a slave? You want a servant? You don't want a wife? You know? So you have to make your mind up. A lot of young people, they want to get married, and the first time they get into problems, guess what? Get divorced.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. Is your heart that?
Yeah.
Right? And you know, when you also know that you get married, and you should start to get a little wisdom, a little bit of up with, you know, what will God do? What will Jesus do? You know, what will he do? You know, he will just sit down there and, you know, and watch you. I'm not a slave here. I'm not everybody here. Look at him work. That's not good.
That is how I grew up. I see my mom used to work, and she used to do every single thing in the house, and I believe that I got some of that from her, seeing how she did it, and that is what I pick up all the good things.
Yeah.
I don't pick up the bad things. Anybody who decides to get married, count the cost before you say yes, you want to get married. Always count the cost, because it'll cost you some friends. It'll cost you that you have to pick up your husband's sock from the ground, put down the toilet seat. Yeah? Okay? And wash your own dishes. You've got to count the cost, because it's not nice. Especially coming to marriage and then coming to having children.
Yeah.
Because of course you have to count. You know, when Jesus said you've got to count the cost, you have to follow him, you count the cost. There's stuff you have to lay down.
Yeah.
You may not be able to go out for dinner every night, or go party every night. But count the cost.
Yeah.
You got to count it. I did before I got married. And maybe that's why we married for so long and we're much in love now than before. Yeah, you see, Brian, the only way you don't see me is when he goes to work.
That is so true. Yeah, it's so true, literally. You did touch on a little bit about religion, and someone actually did ask a question. Does religion have an impact or affect your marriage?
At the time when we got married, he was Catholic and I'm one of the Pentecostals. And when we wanted to get married, the church didn't want to marry us because I was divorced. Right? It didn't affect us because he was Catholic, I was a Pentecostal. We still know the Lord Jesus Christ, so it didn't affect us, you know. And I don't think religion should affect your marriage. What you believe and what you have faith in, it shouldn't affect your marriage. But I will say this, if you marry to another religion, right? In the old days, the woman had was to convert to the man's religion. Nowadays, you don't need to do that. What you believe is what you go with. So religion really didn't cause us to argue and stuff. We just what we believe. He never tell me come, I must turn to Catholic. I never tell him I must. We never did that. I went to Catholic church and I went to Malvern church.
Okay.
And eventually he became a born again. I didn't have to bring him in.
Yeah.
The Lord brought him in. So yeah, but religion it's not.
Not in the next.
And I don't think people should. Okay, I say this. I have a niece who's a Christian. She married a Hindu.
Okay.
And I'm saying this to the people out there. Right, she married a Hindu, and she married in Hindu, and we didn't agree with it. But today, her husband working in the church as an assistant pastor, and they were real Hindus. Junior, they were real Hindus, you know, doing all the different things. And now he's an assistant pastor in one of the churches.
Wow.
And she didn't have to tell him.
Yeah.
He see how she lived. And eventually, he tell her he want to baptize. And there you go.
So do you find that being like Christian and having your faith, that's kind of help you to have a long-lasting marriage, or do you just feel like it's just about understanding and other qualities you need?
Knowing Jesus Christ will bring in that honey into the marriage. I have to say it like that.
Honey into the marriage.
Because when you're married, even though I was a Christian when I married, I wasn't following all what Jesus said.
Yeah.
Right? But when you have Jesus in your marriage, it gives you that way of saying, okay, now I'm living with this person who controls my life, and you know that you have somebody other than your husband to lean on spiritually. You know, so when you have Christ, it's really like that honey from the honeycomb. You know, it makes you fall in love more and more with your husband. It makes you want to be even. You know, when I married Brian, I was looking out to see where he's coming from. And I will tell you all, today I still look out through the window for when that car comes in. So it hasn't changed.
I love this.
For me, anybody who wants advice on marriage and relationship, we are here for that. You must have somebody, especially if you're married and you know you want a little counsel, you know you want some advice, always go to someone who you know that living their life, you know, with joy and peace in their marriage. I mean, if I go to someone who is arguing and quarreling, what am I going to get? You know, and you know, find somebody to help. Even if you don't have no problem in your marriage, always find marriage couples. That's it. Always hang out with marriage couples. Always. Especially in this generation. Always hang out with married couples, and you will see how the other two people go about, and you will catch from their action how they really live. So that's what you have to do.
It's another good tip there. Always hang with married couples.
Married couples,
Yes, I like that.
For me, I tell myself, I am his wife. I'm not a bride anymore, I'm his wife now. So I will do everything to honor him as a husband. Okay? And then I'll say I'm a mother, so I'll do everything for my children to come into marriage. Now, we have to identify ourselves as two sets of people, a wife and a mother. So when I'm with my children, I'll be a mother. When I'm with him, I'm his wife. And that's how I identify myself. In this age, the young are not coming on with women, but I know some. You want to get married, you want a good husband, but you have to be good also. You can't want to go to dress a certain way, to dress a certain way if you're married, because when you dress a certain way, that means you're inviting, you know. And you want to have your friends, you can have your friends, but be a wife. When you go out there, make sure your wedding ring is on, but I still don't say anything. But dress and conduct yourself wholly as God said we should. Marriage is beautiful. Marriage is saying, I have my own. That's one part of it. But marriage is so beautiful that you have someone there with you, someone to keep you company, you know, and you do things together. You're not lonely to say, I'm going to find somebody. Marriage is beautiful. If I can marry again, I'm married again.
I love that. What about you, Brian? How would you answer the question about losing yourself or having your identity in marriage?
Well, I think my wife compliments me.
I love this.
And I support her in everything. I can't do enough to please her because I know she does so much behind the scenes, you know, that people take for granted. And when you see that in a person, you can't do anything else, but you know, you have to lean on her sometimes, and it's really nice to know that there is somebody there other than Jesus, you know, that you can lean on. And you know, you could close your eyes and think, my wife's going to be here, she's going to back me up, you know, she will do it, you know, and open your eyes and guess what, it's right there with you, you know, and it's togetherness, it's like in one, as they say in marriage, when two come together, they'll get one, right, and that alone will tell you what it means. It means that you are together, no matter what, through thick and thin, rich or poor, right? You're one. And when you get that oneness, It's amazing. You know, you're thinking, what have I been wasting my time? You know, and trying so many other things, you know, and all I had to do was to just get together, really enjoy each other. You know? It's amazing when you see you get into that way of life. And the Bible tells you, you know, live together, live happy, enjoy each other. That's what the Lord has got us on this earth to. We should enjoy life, whether we have or we don't have, right? Whether we're rich or we're poor, it doesn't matter. But just love each other. And if you have that, you can't go wrong, and you'll never regret it being together. Never.
I love that. Oh.